I'm going to go over and see, there we go, and we're going to cut. Why? Because I see my guide and I don't have to look for it. See, look at that. Boom. Over. Yes.
Is there a reason why you're cutting it dry?
A reason why I'm cutting it dry, yes. You know why? Dry cutting is just a big thing now. And it started a lot with like African American stylists because we didn't do a lot of the wet cutting. But now, Paul Mitchell found out, Vivi Sassoon found out that now you can use dry hair. And why? Let me tell you why I like cutting dry. Because we are all mixed up. You have all different type of hair textures going on. Some is curly, some is straight, some is this, some is that. One thing about having straight and dry hair, you can see everything going on. If this hair was wet, I wouldn't be able to know where, because of the problem with doing wet hair is that you can't see no split ends, you can't see no damage. But guess what? If I lift this hair up, I can see exactly what's going on. Ooh, that needs to go. Yeah. But when your hair is wet, everything looks the same. It's wet, it's weighed down, it's like, and then you go, ooh, get some of this water, ooh. You get the water, now the hair has expanded. Now it's something totally different. That's why your haircut is not right. So sometimes, blow that hair out. Blow that hair all the way out and just let them know today we're going to do a haircut, we're going to do a trim. I'm going to blow your hair out so I can see exactly what's going on and cut it. Because if people don't tell you that curly hair acts like a fool, curly hair is so disrespectful it makes no sense. It does exactly what it wants to do. So guess what? Instead of fighting it, you play with it. Example, if I was going to curl curly hair, or I'm not going to sit and fight curly hair and say, I'm going to blow you out straight. Nope, I'm going to get something to make you even more curly. Because I'm not fighting with you today. We're going to have some curls on you.
So, what's your opinion on
Diffusers are fine. The diffuser just basically going to lock it in. It's going to give it the memory that it wants when you're using like mousses and foams opposed to using like spritz and things of that nature. You know, so let me tell you something. I'm in school. I'm with Barbara Walters. She don't want nothing new school. She want L'Oreal. She want hair this, Aquanet, this, that, and other. She don't have time, and I don't have time to tell her either. So yeah. So that was. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
But for the most part, when I'm cutting hair, I want to get all the texture out of the hair because I want to be even. Because sometimes you can see exactly what's going on. Yes. No, but if they're wearing their hair curly all the time, I'm just going to cut it just like this. Because say, like, she said, you know what? I just want a little bit of hair off or whatever. You know, I don't want too much. Just take a little bit of length off because I don't want to really touch my shoulders. And and I will go just like this. And then slide, cut, and get that texture that I want. And why am I slide cutting like this and cutting on an angle like this? Because as you cutting, it's gonna give you layers automatically. Because I'm not cutting straight across just like this. So when I have it on an angle like this and I'm cutting into it like this, that's why these shears are great. Because these shears you can also freehand and do all types of stuff with. And you don't have to really worry about all the other stuff. And so you do all types of stuff like that. And see, now you create layers, you create movement, you create body. That's the thing about cutting hair. If I don't want no body, I'm gonna hang it, I'm gonna hold it down low, and I'm gonna cut it like I would a bars. You hold it straight down to the floor, you're going to cut it, it's going to give you no movement, it's going to give you solid lines, just like my friend right here. Stand up for a second. She has no layers in her hair. Her hair, they held it straight down and they cut it and they just created a silhouette and that was it. All right, thank you. Somebody like her, she has layers in her hair. All in her hair, there are layers. So basically, knowing the tools of what you do, you can also razor it. Why would I use a razor? I would use a razor on curly hair too. Why? Because it's not going to give you no lines at all. I go there with my razor and just go and just freehand and do it. And it's okay. You can do that. You don't have to have a certain, the way you stand, the way you do this to do curly hair. That's no, it's not. In school, they have to teach you this so you can be professional. But trust me, when you got to put a cut hair with a broken glass, God bless you. I mean, because that's just what it does, because it's like, there's so much pressure in school, and it's like, if I knew some of this stuff, I wouldn't be going crazy.